Shalom unto the nation of Israel. First and foremost, before I get into my lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that teach in their Ruel today. And salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry and the believers that scatter worldwide, that's in all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Shalom. So basically, I'm just going to get into a quick lesson, touching on recent videos here at Great Millstone. Okay, starting with our apostles, okay, the bishops and elders, and brothers on down have lately been doing since today, been doing videos about this whole situation with once again IUIC. And you had Bishop Nathaniel, the head of IUIC. I guess it was last Saturday, whenever they had did their usual class lesson, and they made mention, like I say, it's a hot topic right now amongst Israel, and mainly here at Great Millstone, getting on IUIC. But the leadership of IUIC, starting with Bishop Nathaniel, they did a sit down class lesson, and they made mention of two members of IUIC, a man and a woman. Okay, they committed adultery. Okay, you had the man, okay, that already was married to a woman within the congregation. Okay, but he committed adultery against another man amongst the congregation when it came to that man woman. Okay, in which that's a no-no according to the Bible, man. Okay, because according to the law, if a man commit adultery with a woman that already has a man, they supposed to be judged. Okay, the man and the woman. Okay, and IUIC, they always about pushing the law, statutes, commandments, and like Elder Apostle Tahar say, okay, when it came to the leadership of IUIC, Bishop Nathaniel, they address it. And, it seems to be, or to see to be, those individuals was, kicked out of the congregation. Okay, but it was a whole bad stain on IUIC half. Okay, and like I say, I'm gonna just get into some scriptures going into how adultery is forbidden. Okay, especially if you know that you're a Hebrew Israelite at this time, man. Okay, because adultery, the majority of our people, when it comes to the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, okay, the men and women, they are into that. Okay, outside of the truth, but when it comes to the understanding of the truth and you being called back into the faith, you come back to your inheritance, you know that you're an Israelite, and part of the inheritance is acknowledging the law, statutes, commandments. Okay, of course. Okay, even though we're not justified by the laws. Okay, but certain laws we can keep, and you're supposed to keep as we under this grace period. Okay, and one of the laws strictly to keep is not committing adultery, man. Okay, especially a Hebrew Israelite. Okay, and like I say, man, it's just a bad look on IUIC part, just as many other things, okay, amongst the congregation, okay, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, showing that he's not dealing with IUIC. Okay, because first of all, they push Most High Christ bless. They denounce the names of the Heavenly Father being Yahweh and the Son name being Yahweh Shai, okay, in the Hebrew. Okay, now lately they teaching the hell doctrine. Okay, they teaching that you only can have one woman. Okay, hey, they teach that if an individual, a man or a woman, want to be part of the IUIC congregation, but if they have an unbelieving wife or unbelieving husband, okay, they teach that you got to leave them, okay, and you got to come to IUIC, and they'll bind you with a man or a woman, okay, of that certain caliber, okay, amongst the congregation, man. But a lot of adultery is going on, okay, and this ain't just the first incident that happened, because Bishop Nathaniel done spoke on it before, one time holding his lessons or his class, okay, Hey, but here at Great Millstone, our apostles, the elders always go into how when it comes to the women that they supposed to learn from home, man. Okay, and our apostles and elders always go into the time of One West when they had women amongst their congregation, and Elder Apostle Tahar, okay, gave a decree, okay, right along with Cain Marshall, hey, basically to keep the woman away from the men when it comes to the congregation, because back then it was during the time of One West, a lot of adultery, as our apostle elders always go into that history, man. And now you're starting to see that, once again amongst a lot of these Israelite camps, they're trying to get a big following. They're trying to, push all about Israelite communion when it comes to family arrangement, marriage. Okay, because that one thing about IUIC, once you become an IUIC member, when it comes to a man, okay, the one thing they do, they appoint unto them is a woman amongst their congregation to marry unto them to be their wife. Okay, and we ain't in the time of that, man. Because here at Great Millstone, we deal with women. Certain brothers have women. I don't have none at this time. Okay, and that's okay, man. Because our apostles elders always going to how, brothers that don't have women coming into the truth, it's all right. In due time, the Lord send you one. We always going to Isaiah 4:1, okay? But our main focus is to focus on ourselves and this ministry, okay? Those that brothers that are single, okay? And you have brothers amongst Great Millstone that have family, okay? That have wives, man, okay? And they, between them and their family, their woman, that's their duties, okay? And between Yahweh Shemiah and Shah, okay? Like Pastor Tar say, we shouldn't know about brothers' business when it comes to their women, okay? Get to know my wife, okay? The time we meet brothers, women, but we ain't about to sit there and, a whole conversation with them and, doing the most, okay? Because, that's that man, woman, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get into the scriptures. Like I said, this whole thing about IUIC and adultery going on. And that's a big no-no, according to the scriptures, man. That's a penalty of death, man. Okay? But they all about the law, statutes, and commandments. Showing you that the Lord is not dealing with IUIC, man. Okay? Or any other individual that's in the mind frame of committing adultery. That's supposedly be a Israelite, man. Okay? When it comes to individuals amongst the congregation or outside of the world. Okay, because like you meet women when it comes to the truth. Most of the women, all of them done have multiple men. Okay, before you meet one of them or meet one, and if you feeling her, and you approach her, and you ask her, is she single or is she available? Okay, and she said she have a boyfriend or a husband or a man that she's dealing with, and that's already a red flag or a red line right there. Okay, for a man not to approach her anymore. Okay, you say, oh, okay, I understand. And you go about your day and you move on to the next one. Okay, you're not supposed to be like I said, because you got the notion of certain men. When they find out or a woman, if she ain't lying, okay. But women that say that they have men, but you got some man that they dealing with. You got certain individuals take that as a challenge to, yeah, I can be better than him. I can please you better than him. Okay, and that's a no, man. Okay, but I'm gonna start off with Ecclesiasticus chapter 9, verse 9, and it says, "Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thy arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine." Okay, so you got like I say, the men, okay, that to the point they want to commit an adultery. They know that woman have a husband or back at home, okay, but he decides that he want to be the one. He want to interfere in the marriage, okay, which the word marriage mean to be joined onto. Okay, when a man and a woman get together, okay, they're joined onto each other, okay, mainly by the way of sex, okay, but you got another man that trying to intervene, and to the point that he get that married woman hooked to the point that now he taking out on dates and they going out. Okay, they eating, drinking. Okay, then being sexual. Okay, and that's gonna lead to what? Eventually judgment. Okay, by the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And it says, sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thy arms. Spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thy heart incline unto her, and so truly thy desire thou fall into destruction. Okay, so that's what basically going to be the end result, destruction. Okay, and you have many incidents now, when you see in, so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans, okay, that's other world, a lot of, news coming out, how a lot of these women getting judged, okay, when it comes to them committing adultery on a man, to the point, man, the man here take the woman out, okay, to in certain cases, they, the adultery is being caught in the act, okay, then the man find out about it, okay, he taking the man out, the woman out, okay. Hey, so that's judgment of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, okay. But, in this society, you do that, you go to jail under Esau Edom rules, okay. But, hey, that's how it goes right now. But the whole point is, adultery is a major offense when it comes to the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, especially if it's amongst Israel, those that know they Israelites, okay, because they ain't no different, like IUIC, they ain't no different like these churches, man. That's why we always say IUIC is nothing but an Israelite camp with a Christian spin on it, or an Israelite Christian church with an Israelite spin on it, okay, because it ain't no different from these churches, man, that our people are involved in. If we know about these churches, when it comes to the pastors, their congregation, the women amongst them, okay, heavy, first of all, heavy idolatry, okay, false gods, okay, idol worship, okay, and then in this case, a lot of adultery that goes on amongst these churches. But now you're starting to see even happening amongst certain Israelite camps, man. Okay, they're allowing these women, okay, to be involved, or allowing women to be involved amongst the men. Okay, let me get this. Jeremiah chapter 5. I started at verse 7. And it says, Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 7. How shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me and sworn by them that are no gods. Okay, going into the wickedness of Israel, that forsaken Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, and when I have feed them to the full, yeah, because the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is our caretaker. Okay, he's our power, man. Okay, the Lord made that covenant with us, okay, by the way of Moses. Okay, when it comes to the law, statutes, commandments, okay, the agreement. And part of the agreement is not to commit adultery, man. And when I had feed them to the full, then they committed adultery. Okay, because adultery can be twofold. Okay, because you have the spiritual aspect of committing adultery, fornication, spiritually. Okay, as us as Israelites went against Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, because according to the scriptures, spiritually we are Yahweh Bashim Yahushua woman. Okay, and by the law, statute, commandments, the agreement. Okay, the Lord is our husband. Okay, well, in fact, let me see. I think that might be in the same chapter. So the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is our husband. Okay, and we're the Lord woman. I know it's in Jeremiah. Matter of fact, let me do it like this. Okay, here we go. Jeremiah, I know it been to Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 14. Turn, O backsliding children, say the Lord, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion. Okay, once again, so the Lord is married unto the nation of Israel, man. Okay, in the form of spiritually. Okay, but then you have the physical part of the marriage between a man and a woman. So when we went against Yahweh Shem Shai, that's a form of fornication or committing adultery spiritually. Okay, back into Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 7. How shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me, and sworn by them that they are no gods, when I have feed them to the full. They then commit adultery. Yeah, so once again, spiritually, okay, we went against the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai by going after these false gods of the heathen nations. Okay, so that's spiritually committing adultery. Okay, but then it comes to a point as well, part of the law, physical adultery, when a man, okay, commit adultery with another man's woman, okay, that they already married, man. Okay, in this case. And it says, assemble themselves by troops in the harlot house. And your modern day harlot houses are these churches, man. Okay? And no different from these congregations amongst Israel. Okay, they have these big gatherings from whatever certain state they in. And they got buildings, okay, building funds, schools. And amongst them schools, they got women in their congregation. They got women classes, okay, men amongst them. Okay? And it says, especially if they ain't teaching the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua on top of that. Okay, the true 100%. Okay, a lot of these men, they just join IUIC to join the trend, the fashion. Okay, to seek them a wife, to seek them a career as being a rapper. Okay, a actor. Okay, to join the fashion shows, the hold certain mirth events. Okay, that's what they really join it for, man. Okay, you have some sincere individuals. Start with the men amongst them, and if it be of the Lord will, hey, the Lord going to graft them from out of that, man. Okay, if they are the election. Okay, and we always say that here at Great Millstone, you're going to have elect even amongst these other camps. But the Lord, when the Lord start bringing judgment, okay, that's when they're going to realize. Okay, we don't have testimonies of former members of these other camps that have left, you know, and joined into Great Millstone or joined into teaching the correct doctrine. Okay, but a lot of these men, they just join just to see it as just to be seen as men, or to be seen a fortune, to gain fortune, success. Okay, like I say, in this case, IUIC, they push marriage. Okay, they or condone the way of marriage when it comes to a man coming into their congregation and have to find them a wife. Okay, if he wants to be amongst them. Okay, and a lot of it ain't nothing but money. Okay, and it says, when I have feed them to the full, then they committed adultery and assembled themselves by the troops in the harlot houses. There were as fed horses in the morning, every one nagged after his neighbor's wife. And that's what you got going on. Okay, that's the form of adultery. Okay, here you're supposed to be your fellow servant, your fellow brother. Okay, y'all getting together. Because, you know, even they brought that out. Okay, Bishop Nathaniel. Okay, when you check out those videos, okay, in particular, the elder from Great Millstone, Baltimore branch, Elder Karat, you know, he did the video. Okay, going into how Nate, you know, making going into the whole situation, what happened with the adultery. You know, they go to the details and everything. And part of the, you know, that video, they say they was having a man's conference, and the individual that committed adultery went to the bathroom and take a picture of his, you know, private part and sent it to the woman that he was committing adultery with. And next thing you know, he went back out of out of the bathroom to sit with the men amongst the congregation. Okay, and the man that was amongst them that he committed adultery with, his woman. Okay, he sit there and say, you know, and shalom. Okay, make greetings with them. Okay, hey, so that's off, man. Okay, and a lot of wickedness going on. Okay, and it says continue on, and it says they were as fed horses in the morning. Everyone nagged after his neighbor's wife, and that's what you got going on. Okay, amongst these congregations, Israel. Okay, the wicked ones amongst them, those individuals, seeing men, wives, and a man just sitting there, lusting after them. Okay, to the point they want to, you know, talk to them or trying to, entice them. Okay, throwing shade or hey, we can do this and do that on the side. I know you got a man. Okay, you know how Jake is. When I say Jake going into Israel, so-called Negro Latino Native Americans. Okay, but you know how it is, man. Yeah, I know that your man. We can get together on the down low, on the sneak tip. Okay, and that's wickedness, man. Especially you an Israelite that's supposed to be all about the law, statute, commandments, and wearing the border of blue with the fringes, man. And it says, shall I not visit for these things, say the Lord? And shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? Hey, so the Lord about to bring that destruction. Okay? So even to the point that you see a woman, because Yahweh Shah spoke of that. If you already, you see a woman with a husband, or she got a man, okay, but you looking at her in a lustly way, you already have in your mind to, premeditate, how can I, slide up on her and interfere and get her for her man so she can be mine. And that you already at the point of step one, committing adultery, man, in your mind. Okay, to the point that lead to the physical point of adultery, man. Okay, and these women, they the weaker vessels. Okay, especially this generation of women amongst Israel. And so it's all just a big mess. Okay, that's why we need Yahweh Shah to return and set everything back into his rightful order. Okay, and Yahweh Shah has set up men to teach the correct way. Okay, to be guided in the right way, man. Okay, in all situations. Okay, but eventually Yahweh Shah is going to be the one that's have to come back and set everything in order by the way of the deliverance of the elect. Okay, let me get this on Matthew chapter 5, verse 27. And it says, this is a red letter, by the way, meaning Yahweh Shai spoke these words. Okay, he's speaking them now through the prophets. Okay, through the Spirit. Matthew chapter 5, verse 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. And that's part of the law. Okay. But I say unto you that whosoever look on a woman to lust after her and have committed adultery with her already in his heart. So they're premeditated. Okay, like I said, you see, you know that this woman have a man, but in your mind, I got to figure out how I can get in between, get her without he knowing, or we being on the down low, or eventually I'm just gonna break up the marriage and take her from him. Okay, man, that's off, man. Okay, and the scripture says that those that commit adultery lack understanding. Well, let me get that Proverbs 6, and I'll get ready to close. Like I said, because brothers, don't touch on it. Okay, they'll expound on it more than I can. Okay, but I just, doing my portion as, being part of the ministry and, pushing forth this work and giving warning. Okay, when it comes to, certain situation, when it comes to these other camps, or your individual self, man, how this a warning not to move in this ministry, man. Okay, and we at the time that the Lord about to bring great judgment. This is Proverbs chapter 6, verse 32. But whoso committed adultery with a woman lack understanding, and he doeth it destroy his own soul. Okay, so once again, those that commit adultery, okay, especially those that are amongst the congregation that know the Israelites, and do it amongst your fellow, supposed to be your fellow brethren, in this case of IUIC, he lack understanding. That individual lack understanding. And eventually, okay, if you don't repent, especially don't repent to Yahweh Shem Shah, okay, which that's a slim chance to none, because you should have already know better. Okay, but everything is the will of the Lord. But those that's in that mind frame committing adultery, okay, calling yourself an Israelite, and you know what you're doing, and the women at that has a husband, okay, but they know what they're doing, okay, and eventually they destroying themselves, because that's what the Lord gonna bring upon them, destruction, okay. And like I'm going into, and our apostles and the elders, okay, they quote Paul when it came to the congregation amongst the women, that if they learn anything, they're supposed to learn at home from their husband. And that, like I said, Elder Apostle Tahar, during the time of One West, he made that decree right along with Cain Marshall and the rest of the men. Hey, we got to get these women up out of here, okay, because there's too much adultery going on. Okay, then that led to a lot of, diseases being spread, which that's a curse, which that's judgment, okay. And, our apostle was always going to going to that history. And he said that when certain men, didn't take a like of women being excommunicated or, being pushed from the congregation amongst them, certain men got up and, they left. Okay. And so, once again, man, if like I say, if we deal with women, but if your woman supposed to learn from you at home, not being amongst men, amongst the congregation, man. Okay, especially when it comes to dealing with this word and teaching in the ministry. A lot of these camps, they allow their women to come to the classes, okay, like IUIC, ISUPK, GOCC, One Body, okay. And the most of the time, you got, some of them that might be sincere, but a lot of them come there to check out what they can, who is who, and, trying to build, secret relationships, okay. Yeah, that's what's going on, okay, to put it out there like that. That's what's going on, man. And that's why the Lord about to start breaking up a lot of these camps, bringing judgment. Because on top of that, they ain't teaching the whole truth, man. They pushing a lot of gimmicks. You got Sakari talking about having marriage. They got the marriage counseling going on. Okay, if a woman ain't got problems with her husband, okay, instead of that man and her woman and his woman, going to the scriptures to build, would deal with situation. Sakari, they can have counseling, on some marriage therapy to tell you how you should deal with your woman. Okay, all type of madness, man. Let me get this. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33. For Yahweh by Shem Shai is not the author of confusion, and the Lord already set the record straight. Okay, when it comes between a man and his woman. Okay, if a man have a woman, okay, that's his woman. Okay, even if he had multiple wives. Okay, as long as the other woman, don't have a husband. Okay, but if those women or that woman have a husband, then that's a no-no. Okay, you're not supposed to deal with her. Okay, because a man can have multiple wives, but in this case, it's wise just to deal with one. Okay, or like I said, you have a woman, one or two, they're between that man and his women. Okay, but the Lord is not the author of confusion. The Lord said if a woman have a man already, as yourself as a man, you're not supposed to approach her, even to the point to approach her to engage in sexual acts, man. Okay, that's adultery. Okay, and that's back to the basics, by the way. Okay, and it says, for Yahweh by Shem Shai is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. Okay, and it says, let your woman keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak. And that's what you got going on too. Okay, to the point that you got women, I see that amongst IUIC. Okay, women that have a problem with their husband. Now they want to do a sit down video and want to go into the scriptures and trying to condemn their husband. Okay, madness like that, man. Or you got these women pastors teaching. Okay, because that was going on in the church of Corinth. Okay, back then. Okay, men setting women up on the pedestal to teach, to be prophetess. Okay, such as that, man, to speak. Okay, that's no. Okay, Yahweh Shema Shah is dealing with his men. Okay, the woman supposed to learn in silence. Okay, and now to the point, if you have a woman, she supposed to learn from you, from home. Okay, she's not supposed to be amongst the congregation. Okay, of men and other women that can be possibly being busybodies. Okay, tale bearers, gossiping. Okay, spreading all type of news and what's going on in this household, what's going on here. That's leading to confusion. Okay, it ultimately can lead to adultery. Okay, and it says leading to strife, envy, jealousy, fights. And it says, verse 34, let your woman keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also say the Lord. Okay, and if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in the church. Okay, and the point is, man, the women ultimately supposed to be in the background. Okay, when it comes to the congregation. Okay, if they believers and they have a man that's of the faith, man, they supposed to be at home and only dealing with that man only. Okay, and if that man have another woman and she agree to that, okay, which that's a uh, uh, a like chance, but it's possible. Okay, but she agreed that her man have another man on the side, another woman on the side, Salaki, another woman on the side. Okay, like we say, sisters' wives. Okay, and they're gonna have to get used to that in Isaiah 4:1 when that come. Okay, but she with it, and that between her and her husband. Okay, how they have to deal with that situation. Okay, but if the man out there committing adultery with a woman that already have another have a man, okay, and that's off, man. Okay, well, the more than anything, man, women should learn from home from their husband. They shouldn't be gathered abroad, as the scripture says. Okay, amongst other men and other women. Okay, amongst the congregation. And as a man, you're supposed to have enough sense to know, as an Israelite, that this woman have a husband already. I shouldn't approach her to the point that I want to have sexual acts with her. Okay,